Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome to an old friend. So here we have 7-Day Bond and next to him we have little Meep272. And this is the video I've been talking about a little bit in the 7-Day Bond clips. So what the spine of this channel is that we always have one or two series currently rolling. And for the start of this year, one of the series I'm going to be doing is the main account and how much GP we can make on the main account. Because I think it's nice to have a main account series where we go and chase decent money and sort of report in terms of money making guides and videos and just show you how much the main account's made during the month. The other side is basically going to be one of these two accounts. So we have 7-Day Bond, which we went through in a video, and if you've not seen it, I've done a bank video to sort of catch us up to current day, go through all the stats and stuff. But we did do quite a lot of 7-Day Bond over Christmas with catching up on clips and just basically telling you how we currently got here. So what I'm going to do is put a poll in my community tab, and I'll make sure it's in the description and the comments of this video, on what series you want to see first. Basically, I'm going to be pitching two different series on both accounts, and I want you guys to vote on what you'd like to see first. So we're going to start with 7-Day Bond. So 7-Day Bond is basically going to be how we're going to create the ultimate alt. And it's kind of more of a maxing series, although we've got quite a lot of things to do on here. So where we're going to go now, I still believe this account is pretty much mid-game. Yes, it's 100 necromancy, and yes, it's 90 defense. But in terms of all its other stats, it is very, very low. The skilling stats now, I forgot how high they got and how decent they were to a point. But we're going to try and push to max. And what I want to do with 7-Day Bond is have access to every money-making method possible. So if something decides to push up in price, then we can go and capitalize it and make a little bit more GP with it as well. So basically what 7-Day Bond is now going to become is a road to max account, and showing you guys all the different money makers we're going to pick up, all the different ways we're going to do this, and basically just a story from here to the end of the account on how we're going to do it. Yes, there'll be little bits of PVM, yes, there'll be bits of questing, achievement diaries, all these special unlocks as well. This will definitely be the more grindy series out of the lot. Now, I'm debating if we decide to do Little Meep272 first, to do some of the more grindy AFK stuff in the background, or if we just do it completely fresh as well. Now, off the back of the bank video, I did ask you guys how you wanted me to approach this account as well. Did we want to go and take out a big debt and have to repay the debt, or did you want me to just continue to buy bonds until we can get to the point of buying the premium membership? So from the comments, you guys want me to buy bonds, which absolutely fine with. It works for me. It gives me a direction as well. And what I like with buying bonds is that I can only buy the bonds when I'm going to play a lot. So I'm going to get more value out of my membership. There's going to be no wasted days because the focus will be when we've got this account membered, we've got to go and make the GP. So yes, I really like that sort of push. And that will be a way to make sure that we're always pushing on this account. It's because we'll always have to make money to pay for the next bond. We do have a nice bit of sort of buffer room as well. We have got a decent bank, 1.4 bill on here. So we've got enough to sort of buy a couple of bonds to get ahead, but it won't take many weeks of like not achieving a bond for us to be really in the hole. Like at current bond prices now, that's only enough for roughly about 7 to 8 bonds. And yeah, so we need to make sure that we're always earning past like that per month. We always need to make sure we're earning past that every 2 weeks. And it's a good way as well, because during all these different stints of like trying to pay back a bond, money making methods will shift, different ways the bond price will shift. There's going to be so many different moving parts to this as well. So that's what we're going to do in terms of 7-Day Bond, a road to max, while showing you guys all the different ways I'm going to be making money. I will not be playing this for an efficient road to max. I'll be doing it to make sure that we can extract every little bit of GP from every little skill we can do, and just so that's more money in the pot as well. So a lot of money making videos on this and a lot of ways to go and make bank with this as well. And once it's maxed, then we can go and do some more fun challenges, which I don't really want to do on the main. So we can strip the bank completely bare, and we can try and see how much GP we can make with a max account. We can do a rebuild series. We can do so many different things with this as well. But this is going to be a voyage of quests, achievement diaries, grindy content as well. Maybe content which isn't really shown as much nowadays because it's kind of dead and people are past it. And yeah, hopefully you guys like this as well. Now, if you decide to do this account instead of Little Meep272, basically for the first chunk of this year, we will do 7-Day Bond, and then the other series will come at a later date as well. And basically, I just don't want to have 3 different series at one time because I think we lose direction. I can do 2 series and all the other videos as well, and we can move along pretty fine as well. And it just means I've got content for towards the sort of mid-year, and an account we can work on then as well. So this account, Little Meep272, has been hidden away for the longest time. I really haven't done a lot on this account, and I might do a little cheeky bank video if you guys want to see it. But in terms of an account value, this account is roughly at 2.2 bill, which, yeah, I don't really know how I got there, to be fair. This account did a lot of things during its period. It was very good with archaeology. We made a lot of profit with archaeology just from things like Chronotes. We did a lot of herblore, made a lot of weapon poisons, and we did a lot of good things with herblore, made a lot of money from there as well. Because 7-Day Bond is going to go and push and do the max series, what this account is going to do is, if you can see, it's very, very close to max. Like, really, really close to max. But its combat stats are awful. The magic level has surely been gotten from doing skilling spells. I think it was stringing jewelry and various other like ways of doing it. It's not been done through combat because the HP level's so low. But basically what this is going to do is go for 120 Slayer in one go. So what I think nowadays is, because we've updated Slayer monsters, there's brand new Slayer monsters in the system, I don't think there's enough content about the lower level Slayer monsters and lower level Slayer content. So what we'll be doing on this account is purely a Slayer series, pretty much like the old sort of style of videos where people would just go and do Slayer tasks, talk about it. Maybe it's a bit more of a podcasty sort of series, but we will literally just do nothing but hammer Slayer tasks and do Slayer guides on these monsters with updated sort of techniques, methods to go and kill them as well, and also profits as well. Because of necromancy, so many of the mid and low level Slayer tasks nowadays are a lot better than what you think they are. Because they've had their HP updated, there's so much more XP, and basically you can make bank from doing Slayer, as always, but maybe it's a little bit better than what it used to be. And depending on what we do in terms of the setup, I'm pretty confident that we could do something like a level 37 to 120 Slayer tab, and at the end we can have one big sell-off and also like do something with the GP afterwards. But through this, and some other stuff as well, we will get this account to max stats just by training Slayer. There's some things which need a lot of help. Obviously the summoning level is very low, but we've got charms in the bank, and with doing Slayer we'll be able to do that as well. Farming is very low, but what I'll probably do is player-owned farms, and we'll make some player-owned farm content as well. Again, I think player-owned farm content in terms of a guide and methods and stuff is not really what it could be in this year. I don't think I've seen like an updated player-owned farm guide at all since like 2023. So to have that kind of content and show you guys how to do this as well. Through doing the Iron Man, I didn't realise how good player-owned farms was, because I was pretty much 200 mil before it was released. Yes, I finished for log, but I didn't optimise player-owned farms to its full potential. So with this account, it will be mainly Slayer, but with little bits of farming on the side as well. And we will go and get all of our stats up to 99 and above. Obviously with 120 Slayer, it's so much XP that we'll probably get a couple of 120 combats while we're doing it as well. And yeah, so in terms of getting that set up, in terms of what we need to do for this account to get there, I just need to do the Curses quest. I just need to go and get 95 prayer, which I do have the Dragon Bones bought in the bank. I think I'm just going to go and buy some better bones and just get it even quicker. And then apart from that, apart from having like things like Stack of Overloads, we have the invention level to go and augment our equipment as well. This account is ready to go and slay. We just need to literally stock up on supplies, do the quest as well. We need to do Simona and get the ability to get Slayer points, and then we are ready to go. So those are my two options. We have the alt account, which can go and do a max series, get the grindy stuff, do the kind of content which isn't around nowadays, and a pure rush to 120 Slayer on how quick we can do it as well. Now in terms of content for the year as well, when it gets to around June time, we will do our annual attempt at making a bond from free to play and scratch as well, because we've done that series now 2 years on the bounce, and they've both been my best series of the year. So we'll be doing that bigger and better as always. Maybe we put some restrictions on it this time. Maybe I stream it. Who knows where we'll be at that point of time as well. It's something on my goal list this year, is to actually do a stream, because I've promised it for so long. It's got to get delivered. So that is the plan. But yeah, I'm going to make a poll on whether you guys want to see this account, Little Meep272, or 7-Day Bond, and what kind of series you guys want to do. Obviously, this channel is driven by your guys' suggestions and what you guys want to see. What you guys want to see is what I'll always aim to do and try and push to do as well, because I want you guys to enjoy the kind of content we're doing in this account. And I think both series appeal to different people for different reasons. I do think the Slayer series really appeals to newer players because Slayer nowadays is drastically different. And again, it's playing Group Iron Man. Group Iron Man exposed me to the fact that some of these monsters have had a change in their HP due to necromancy, and they are so much harder than what they used to be. And some of them as well make so much more GP than what they used to be, and they make so much more GP than what they used to. You just have to look at things like Rock Slugs. Rock Slugs make bank nowadays because of the old Wood Spirits. Also, I had a bit of a moment when I played this account, and again, I've not played this account for a year, and I price checked the Juju mining potion at a stupid margin. So yeah, I bought them for 32k, and sometimes this is why you leave items to sell in the bank. So I put these in for 311k, and as you can see, most of them have sold. Now, I can only imagine these have sold during the mining update, when people were just desperate for these mining Juju potions. But yeah, sold a couple for 311k, which is just absolute carnage. So a lot of GP on this account, and that's not going to limit us as well. We're going to be able to go and buy items. But if you want to, I'll make a little video sort of rushing through this account's bank, all the things it has as well. It's been so long out of the spotlight. It'd be nice to do something on it again. But like I said one more time, in the comments, in the description will be the poll. Please go and vote. Let me know what you want to see, and we'll work from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing these two old friends come back for a little bit. And we'll see you guys very soon in the next one.